I met a very brilliant young man called Habeeb Akande. Habeeb Akande is Nigerian, born in London. He's born and raised in London. He's written, he's what we call an erotologist. And an erotologist is distinguished from a sexologist in the sense that he talks about the ethics of sex. He's written a book called Kunyaza. I don't know if you've heard of Kunyaza. No, Kunyaza is like kachabali, the one for Ugandans called kachabali. Yes. It's some sexual technique that results in a lot of squatting and things like that. So anyway, I sat with this guy and we had a long conversation at the Nuria bookshop. And I think the biggest thing for him was the red pill people talk about, you should never go down on a woman. So he confronted me about this. And, in terms of eroticism, they talk, there is no boundaries, basically. If you have to use your tongue, you use your tongue and so on. So he was telling me, why do red pill people say this and so on and so forth. So I was explaining to him what the red pill is about. So just in brief, because he says that the red pill people he has met are young, bitter men who've been rejected by women. And so I was explaining to him what the red pill is about. He was also big about, the Wachowski brothers, the guys of The Matrix. Yes. I don't know, it's both of them, one of them who became transsexual. Yes. Yeah, he became transgender. Yes. So he was also using that to discredit the red pill because it was borrowed from The Matrix. So I was telling him, he was saying that red pill is something formed by white middle-aged men, and we as young black people should not borrow it. So I was telling him, but even in Africa, most people here are Christians. Christianity was brought by the white man. You don't now discredit it because a white man brought it. And then he was also pushing it, saying that, I told him actually, a lot of the red pill borrows from evolutionary psychology. And then he was telling me he doesn't believe in evolution. And so, many guys normally say this. People need to remember that Charles Darwin actually was a Christian. And he just used the evidence he was seeing in paleontology to formulate the theory of evolution. That was just fossil evidence. Later on, decades later, when people actually discovered the DNA technology, DNA confirmed that the chimpanzees have 99.8%. Our sequence is the same as that of DNA, the similarity. So you see, evolution can explain that. Religion cannot explain that. So it is a theory that gives you it's falsifiable. It makes predictions that can actually be confirmed. So he was saying that, and then he was saying what is the central authority for the red pill and things like that. But he was very impressed because I was able to explain to him all these things, including the red pill rage, the way it starts from rage, then someone goes into negotiation, and then surrender, and then acceptance in the end, depression and acceptance in the end. So that was a very good conversation.